Hey dude, wanna fuck an alien? What the? Who starts a conversation like that? Good answer. Second question, would you like to fuck up some alien? Always.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. No. Hey, my name's Ruby. For you returning viewers, welcome back, and for everybody new, I'm sorry and I won't pay for damages. Time to introduce today's game. Riftbreaker is the perfect game for you when you don't meet the autism requirements for Factorio and still have 2 children and a soul-crushing job to go before you can play satisfactory. The gameplay loop sees you stripping the land of its natural resources, then combine them with the power of industrialization to collect even more resources, all that while rightfully defending your newly acquired farmland against the indigenous population who wants it back.
America.
And you do all that in a mech.
Shinji, crank that, soldier boy.
Cause putting a depressed person in a mech has never gone wrong. Who needs therapy when you can just kill aliens in a mech? Somebody should check on this guy. You play as Ashley and her mech companion Mr. Riggs.
Roger that. Begin field-based setup.
Who was sent on this planet to establish a field base and then open up a portal for the rest of humanity to come through. Because why try to save a fucked up planet when you can just fuck up another one?
I spotted something near the LZ.
Why are there women talking to me?
One last thing before we start, I recommend playing this game with a friend, and if you don't have any, I'm kidding. Or am I? And don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, it's starting, it's starting!
The mirror on the wall, who's the prettiest of them all? Me, I'm the queen of the ball. I will rise, never fall. I'm forever standing tall. Me, I'm the prettiest of them all. You're looking at me. I know you're wishing you could bring me out. Look in the mirror and tell me what do you see? So tell me what do you see? You're just looking at me.
Fresh out the portal, we needed some resources to build our HQ. Under normal circumstances, we would use children for that sort of labor, like every good corporation, but they mysteriously went missing right before the mission. Where is everybody? And who are you? So we use good old machinery instead. Just like your mom. To safely extract these resources, we first have to kill a few locals. So let's talk weapons. All Americans can skip that part because shooting at aliens is kinda your hobby. That right there was a punchline. Or how the Americans call it, a shooting range. You guys really catching some strays right now. Does this remind you of school? Different melee weapons do different kinds of damage. A sword does slicing damage, a spear does penetration damage, and a fist does rectal damage. For ranged weapons the same is true, with a caveat that they all need ammunition. You can equip 2 weapons at the same time. Melee and ranged weapons cancel each other out, so you should always use 2 guns or 2 melee weapons of the same variety, because you cannot fist while holding a sword. I'm not talking to you. Keep in mind that every weapon with the same ammo type also shares the same ammunition pool. So it's smart to equip a different weapon in each hand. Remember when I told you you don't need autism to play this game? It's a psyop. Here's your mandatory vaccination. Now it's time to teach you about the creatures featured in this creature feature. Every creature has a feature, but not every creature feature can defeat ya. Some outrange you, some try to reach ya, but most of them just want to meet ya to eat ya. The rest of the mechanics I will explain when we get there, because just like describing sex to a non-binary person, it's easier to explain when you do them. After placing down HQ, we, like freshly wed women in the 50s, get a warning that there will be an assault happening in about 7 minutes. Even if we get our resources now, defending against it won't be easy. My guns have little ammunition, and half of the enemies I'm facing are immune to slashes and can 2-hit me once I enter melee range. And as if this wasn't a big enough pain in the ass, enter the cloaked unit. They run at you like a roided up space marine, tanking your bullets as foreplay before giving you the Diddy special. And they do all that while being... And it's not some weird cardboard box type of invisibility. It's pretty solid invisibility. I mean, look at this picture. Can you tell me where they are? Because I couldn't. All I could do in this situation was to pull a striker Eureka and hope that they die with me. I did that more times than I can count. For you nerds out there, it's whatever comes after 4. And in the process lost all of my weapons, which accidentally unlocked the best weapon in game. There's even an achievement when you kill 500 aliens with it, but only 2% of players have unlocked it, just like only 2% of you have subscribed. I'm of course talking about the domestic violence inator.
Where is your sword?
Don't need it.
And what better way to show you the benefits of fisting than with a fisting montage?
Prepare yourself, Ashley.
No regret, no remorse, never sorry for my actions. Just distractions of my past and reacting circuit crashing. Flashes of a family, could it be a memory? programmed to follow my directives.
The next step was to build a rift station, but building anything while aliens are hiding in the dark is suboptimal. Luckily, there is something we can do to fix that. Making use of an old Chinese technique called
监视状态
or in a more primitive language, the surveillance state. Enter the radar dish. Once placed, it uses the Snapchat live location feature to track every monster in a radius around it, enabling us to fully clear an area so no unwanted surprises will spring up later. I stole this sentence from a vasectomy ad. Once killed, they cannot respawn inside the radar range, making radaring out the map early the best strategy. For the radar to work, just like every second building, it needs electricity. There are different methods of acquiring it. They get better the further you go into the game. For now, we use wind energy because it's the best energy there is, even though the 5 other tutorials to this game will tell you otherwise because it's solar energy. You need solar energy because actually it's more energy efficient, which is obviously bullshit. To power your buildings, you need an energy surplus. Simple, right? For all the extra energy to not go to waste, we build some batteries so when disaster strikes and our infrastructure gets destroyed, we can use that excess energy to power until we build it all up again. You can leave your guess in the comments how many tries it took for me to finish that sentence. Lastly, we connect our energy source with the buildings that need it, and voila! You can now call yourself an electrician. The last concept is research, for which you need a research station filled to the brim with underpaid scientists. I employ a lot of women, because we need more women in STEM. And it's socially acceptable to pay them only half of their male counterparts. You research to get upgrades and unlock new resources. The end goal is of course the portal for the rest of humanity. But for that we need a lot of materials, and not every material is found on the map we currently reside on. And that's where the Rift Station comes in, enabling travel to different biomes with different resources and of course different enemies. After a lot of killing, researching and collecting materials, which took us approximately 2 weeks, we finished construction on the portal machine.
We're in the endgame now.
But opening that portal is a whole nother can of worms.
The portal hungers for nutrition, and you don't want to let your portal go to bed hungry. We all know what happens when you starve a portal.
To keep that son of a alive, we have to acquire the 4 building blocks of life: electricity, water, supercharged plasma, and a dubious amount of cum for its cooling properties. As the old saying goes, if the portal is in heat, buckets full of cum is what we need, which can be acquired when we filter the local water source or just synthesize it out of thin air. But synthesizing it costs a lot of energy, and we need a lot of energy, so spit in your hands and start giving handjobs. So you might come to the conclusion that supercharged plasma is even harder to acquire, which couldn't be further away from the truth. Of course it needs a buffoon like you to come to this conclusion. Come. All we need is a nuclear fusion plant which produces a lot of energy and plasma as a waste product. The only resource it needs is water, which is readily available. If not, you can use coolant, which can be synthesized out of thin air, only requiring energy. So all it needs is a kickstart and you have an infinite energy source. Fuck you, Newton. Come on, man. Next we put that plasma into a plasma supercharger, and there we have it. Supercharged plasma. Pretty easy, right? Now all we need to do is to lay some pipe and connect our tanks with a portal. Now if per chance a cylindrical object gets stuck in the pipes, just open Reddit. Now the only question left is, do we have to defend all that infrastructure by ourselves? The answer is no. For that we erect turrets and walls. I will now explain what they do in the most autistic way possible. The normal tower behaves like a dart monkey. Look at it go. It shoots. It's plain simple dart monkey. Ah, the poison tower, a Geneva Convention classic. Look at her go. How do I know it's a she? Well, she spits poison. Pretty self-explanatory. Spit, spit. Oh look, over there, it's the guy from my favorite TV series, Rick and Morty. Oh jeez, Rick, I turned myself into a mortar. Morty, we need to go on an adventure, make another incest baby, Morty. It's a creative burnout I'm having right now. It's funny because it's the fire tower. I burned through all my jokes already. Ha, towers, look at them. There are so many more towers. Wow, they tower above us. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. They Pisa me off. Time to open that portal. we lost. Turns out our defense sucks major ass. Hello, I'm major ass. Get the fuck out. Took us about an hour, but we upgraded it. Ding ding ding, that crazy frog. Time for the second trial.
Can't play my rules 'cause that would cost me mine. No, you never win it. No, you never win it. Time is running out. Hope is looking there. Hearing footsteps when nobody is there. With that the fear, it's the sign of the times that I'm right around the corner with my eyes on the prize. Right. Time is running out. Hope is looking there. Hearing footsteps when nobody is there. With that the fear, it's the sign of the times that I'll be the one to cause your demise. Oh yeah, Jack be nimble and Jack be quick, but Jack couldn't hold a candle to my knack for this. That's why you couldn't see me behind his back to dip. Before I told him on for yards, you laughed at his demise. Funny how we thought he passed in his disguise. In fact, I caught him with the back to his surprise. This masochist with the passion fit for crime is after his, and after who's after mine. It comes down to it, I hold my own until I got the cape and the crown and the throne. And so, better wish you throw another bear to grip to eventually know that when I hold in these crosshairs, I'll split your dome. Time is running out, hope is looking there. Hearing footsteps when nobody is there.
So you might notice on the top left that there's still a lot of time until the portal opens, and it could be a second wave. There is no second wave. All we have to do now is wait until the portal opens. Yeah. How's the family? Oh, cutscene.
Audio transmission incoming.
Congratulations, Riftbreaker Novak. You've secured Galaxia 37 for colonization.
That never ended well. It's probably better if I just keep the portal closed. And this is when the real game begins. What a cliffhanger, right? Stay tuned for Act 2 that will come out in the near future. But for now, I will say thank you for giving me your time. And I promise my upload schedule will get better. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss Act 2. Leave a like if you feel like it, and maybe write a comment if you want to. Now that almost everybody else is gone, here are a few lines that didn't make the final cut. It's a bit of bonus content at the end of the video. How fun is that? What's the difference between an alien and a predator? One lives in Mexico and has a taste for tacos, the other one is in the Epstein files and leads a country. My name is Ruby, and if you found that joke funny, we have the same type of autism and this video is perfect for you. Oh, Rick, I turned myself into a murder. Murder. Oh. Bye.
Circus.